We are not the biggest purchasers of Russian oil, that is China. So quite honestly, we are very perplexed at the logic of the argument that you had referred to.
Jaishankar says India is not the biggest buyer of Russian oil in Moscow.
Well, I don't want to comment on a person, but let me comment on the subject. We are not the biggest purchasers of Russian oil, that is China. We are not the biggest purchasers of Russian LNG. I'm not sure, but I think that is the European Union. We are not the country which has the biggest trade surge with Russia after 2022. I think there are some countries to the south. We are a country where actually the Americans said for the last few years that we should do everything to stabilize the world energy markets, including buying oil from Russia. Incidentally, we also buy oil from America, and that amount has been increasing. So, quite honestly, we are very perplexed at the logic of the argument that you had referred to. As Minister Lavrov also informed you, we are preparing for the annual summit between President Putin and Prime Minister Modi at the end of this year. So the Intergovernmental Commission is the body which does much of the preparation. Of course, we do the political consultations and the bilateral relation review with Mr. Lavrov as well. So I think these two meetings today with him and with Mr. Manturov have been very useful in terms of taking practical cooperation in different fields. I would particularly mention trade, investment. We signed the terms of reference for the India-Eurasian Economic Union FTA. We hope to commence negotiations very soon. So I think we've gone forward in trade, looking at trade barriers, at greater market access. We've looked at energy, including not just fossil fuel energy, but also nuclear energy, where we have a very strong history of cooperation with Russia. I think very good discussions on fertilizer supply. Russia is one of the major suppliers for India. We looked at other areas, including infrastructure, opportunities for business in both countries, the mobility of skilled labor from India to Russia. So what we have done is we are lining up outcomes for the summit. We are taking practical steps so that actually the substance of our relationship grows. At the same time, of course, in our own consultations, I think the political exchange of views is very helpful in making sure the two countries understand each other's interests. So I'm really very, very satisfied with that meeting.
Underlining that they were meeting in the backdrop of a complex geopolitical situation, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar told Russia's first Deputy Prime Minister Denis Manturov Wednesday that they should tap into the full potential of trade and investment ties. On a two-day visit to Moscow at a time when India faces 50% tariffs from the Trump administration, including 25% for importing Russian oil, Jaishankar said, "We should not get stuck on a beaten track. Doing more and doing differently should be our mantras."